I just thought I'd do a quick one. The sun is shining, so I'm not going home yet. It's Friday and the sun's shining, and that's very rare in the UK, so sitting outside in the sun, which is nice. What's going on this weekend, radio-wise? Radio Caroline is broadcasted on Saturday and Sunday, and it's their 80s weekend, so that actually is really good for me, because I remember the 80s era. I remember the Ross Revenge when it came back in 83. I would have been 8, but I remember my dad catching it on his radio and being really excited. And obviously it basically got raided by the Dutch government in 89, and they ripped all the equipment apart. Did come back, but on a smaller with a smaller transmitter, basically, and then kind of it came to an end, which I'm sure if you listen to the broadcast this weekend, they'll probably tell you a little bit about the 80s era. So it'd be good how to listen. I think they'll put an 80s an 80s tab on their website. When they did the 70s one, they changed the Caroline North feed, which is where the boat transmissions come from, because it's live from the boat. They changed it to sounds of the 70s kind of thing. So I think that's what they'll do with the 80s thing. If not, just go to the Radio Caroline North feed. If not, because they don't put it on the main channel, which some people think is a little bit strange, because that's the one, the main channel is the one that people bump into because of technology a lot. So maybe the boat should be on the main channel. Everyone has their own opinions about that, but I think that it would be good if it was. So if you want to listen to it on Alexia, it will take you to the main channel. But if you say Alexia play Manx Radio AM, you'll get it on that, because it's using the 1368 transmitter from the Isle of Man, which is Manx Radio Gold's transmitter over the weekend. So obviously it gets on that feed as well. Other ways you can listen to it, if you're in the southeast or down south, 648, which is their main channel on AM, they will turn to broadcast the boat on, so try 648. Both of those signals travel further at night, because AM and medium wave, like the dark, the signals bounce up into the ionosphere and back down again. If you want to know how radio works, this is not the channel to do it. You could be here for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours explaining it, but it's a good thing to read up on about magnetic fields and this, that and the other. Radio waves. But yeah, I'm not qualified enough to talk you through that. I know enough, but what they say, knowing enough is, sometimes knowing enough can be dangerous. You need to go to somewhere that knows the real deal. So yeah, that's what's on the radio this weekend. So get all your old radios out, try 1368 on 648, or use online, and listen to Caroline's 80s programme. Now, next week I've got off, so I'm going to try and do some more different things on the channel. I'm also going to buy some different things, like a tablet, so I can do better edited videos. You can edit videos. I did have a Mac, but that went wrong, and I didn't really fall in love with the Mac, to be quite honest with you. So I'm going to try a tablet. You can edit things on a phone like this, but my eyes are getting so bad. The cameraman manages to do it, but my eyes are so bad I just couldn't do it. So I'm going to get a tablet, so we can do things, do a bit more editing on videos. What else is going on? Can't think of much more. Nope, I can't think of much more, but that's the only big radio thing that's happening. No other AM radio stations have closed down in the last few months, which is good because I can still use my old radios. But yes, we were actually expecting 198 long wave to go, which is a big mega transmitter that covers the whole of England, and it's been there since the 1930s. That's due to be turned off next year. That'd be really sad because it really is good for old radios. I remembered what I was here to do. I've just got to go down here. This, my other old radio went wrong, the one I used to use on the videos. Still works, but the speaker doesn't work. If anyone can fix it, let me know. It'd be great. You can contact me on sillybanyamusic@gmail.com. Brilliant. But I bought one of these X-Data 109s. It was only 60 quid. Depends where you get them, about 60, 70 quid. How does it perform? Because there's always loads of debates online about how they do perform. The speaker's not as good as my old one, definitely not. But surprisingly, and I used to hear this on forums all the time, it picks up better on medium wave, and it does. It does not. What you call the Teskin, which actually cost me at the time 200 odd quid. Seems to be prone to a little bit of interference from modern technology when you're using it in the house. This seems to kind of ignore a lot of it. So the medium range signals on this are really good. And I've been using it at work, and it's a really good FM. If you're just at work and you want something just casually in the back, this is a really, really good FM radio. Now shortwave, I think the jury's still out on shortwave with this one. I've still got to try it a little bit more. I have a feeling, because the way that this is an interesting place to do a video, isn't it? The pub in Lancaster. The way that shortwave works is, if you've got a weak signal, its audio won't be as loud, but you can still actually listen to it really well by turning your volume up. But the problem is, if you turn the volume right up on this, it seems to distort. So smaller signals, it's not good for. So I have a feeling that it's okay for the price it is. It's an okay shortwave radio. No one can grumble at the price of that. For the price of it, you can't grumble. But that's my Synosis on the shortwave, so I might have to get another shortwave one for when I'm walking around. The Teskin was actually better than shortwave than that, but the medium wave is absolutely glorious on that. That's all I can tell you, because everyone's keep saying, what's your new radio like? That's what it's like. I've been using it all weekend. Where I work in Baylor in Lancaster, and it's really, really high. So I've been listening to 3FM from the Isle of Man all weekend, because I've been cleaning flats. So I can actually, because FM likes height, like all signals do, but FM really likes height. It's line of sight. FM is, so if it can see you, you can get it basically. It works line of sight. Where AM works differently, it bounces in the ionosphere. Lower signals will travel further in the ground and kind of ignore things like hills and stuff like that. It doesn't get phased out by hills, where FM does. If you've ever travelled around in your car, you feel if you go down a dip, you lose the signal, where AM won't do that. So, but because we're really high and we're on the Lancashire coast, obviously we can see that Isle of Man is kind of like, if I could see that far, there's nothing in the way to the Isle of Man to Lancaster. It's just open space, so get a really good signal at work. So I can listen to 3FM. It's actually quite a nice, decent station, so it's good. Right, I'll let you get on. Remember to like and subscribe. I think we're on 1429 now. I don't think we'll make the 2000 mark for Christmas, but it would be nice. Also, I've been doing some live feeds going back home and stuff like that, and just sat on the bus, and I've done one on my bike. People like that because they see areas that they've not been to for a while, so I've been doing that. That's quite interesting, some of the comments you get on that. So that's what we've been doing on the channel. But the focus this winter is to get more live videos up. Not live videos, more main channels, main videos up. But we just haven't had time. Obviously the cameraman helps me out quite a lot, but he's working when I'm not working, and I'm working when he's so he works the weekend. I don't. I work the week. I work the week. He doesn't. So our paths are not kind of meeting at the moment. But hopefully that winter we might get meet again. We'll meet again. I don't know when. That's the one. So yes, I'm going to sit in the sunshine and enjoy my pint, and I'm going to stay in all next week and get lots of stuff done, and hopefully the weather will be really nice. I can get some of my dad's old radios into the garden before it goes off, so I might get the PCR out. Okay, thank you very much for watching the channel again. Like, subscribe, and you can, if you go on the main channel, you can buy me a coffee. No one's bought me a coffee yet. There is time. See you guys. Thanks a lot.